In today's video, I'm going to be getting a 12 kill Rebirth Resurgence game. Uh, these were the classes I was using. So just to start off, the mp40. This is a low level class, by the way. So this would be pretty useful if you're trying to level up your gun and you don't have a class set up for it yet, and when you're like halfway through. So for the muzzle, I'm going to be using the Mercury silencer, and yeah, it's just really good for recoil control, bullet velocity, and sound suppression, so that's good. For the barrel, I'm going to be using the Crossinc 317 MM04B. It makes it highly accurate and controllable and reduce scope, sway, and gun bob. But the two cons are sprint to fire time and hipfire accuracy. So, and for the optic, you can either choose iron sight or slate reflector, but I like slate reflector just because you can see more and it's just better overall in my opinion. For the stock, I'm using the Crossinc 33M folding for sprint to fire speed and movement speed. This is going to be a high mobility class, and yeah, but the con is initial firing recoil, but you can get this back really easily with some of these other um, attachments you're going to be putting on. And then for the underbarrel, I'm going to be putting on the Carver foregrip for vertical recoil control, hipfire accuracy, but aim down sight speed, which isn't too bad. And then for the magazine, I'm going to be using the 7.62 Karenko 45 round mag. For recoil control, movement, and speed, high mobility, aim down sight speed, and fire rate. This is going to be really good. And the damage, it makes your damage not as good, but it's whatever, because this is more of a close range gun, and this isn't gonna hurt your time to kill too bad, so I'd recommend putting on the 7.62 Karenko mag on. For the grip, I'm gonna be putting on the taped grip, and this is for even high level classes, max level classes. This is probably the best grip you can put on for aiming stability, movement speed, weapon swap, quickness, and sprint to fire speed. So that's really good. And then, as you can see a lot in this gameplay, I'm going to be using incendiary rounds. I don't know how you pronounce that, but all it does is basically it does damage over time, but it makes your damage and bullet velocity worse. But as you can see, there's a couple of times where I shoot a guy a lot, and I crack his shields, and then he tries to run away, but still dies to the incen rounds. So yeah, that's gonna be really useful. And then for the perks, you can't get too good perks on a low level class, so I'm just gonna be using steady and surplus. And to get onto the STG, I'm just putting on the MX silencer for all those good pros, and the sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed, it isn't too bad. So I would definitely recommend putting on the MX silencer. So yeah, that's probably the best muzzle out there. And the barrel is going to be the VG 760 MM05B. Again, those are really good pros for bullet velocity and recoil control. And those cons are going to be, I mean, it's an AR, so you're not supposed to be super speedy with an AR, so that's not too bad. And then the optic, you can really choose whatever you want here, but probably the best in my opinion, if you have your gun at max level, would be the SVT 40 PU scope 3 to 6x. Though you can use the G16 scope, but if you have it at max level, I would much rather use the 3 to 6x, just because sometimes you really need that good zoom, and also it makes it a lot more accurate, so I would recommend that. And then the stock, I'm going to be putting on the BDD 34S weighted for accuracy, flinch resistant, and recoil control with aiming stability. And as I said, this gun isn't too fast, it's more of a medium to long range weapon, so there's going to be a lot of mobility cons on here, but it's whatever. And then for my my underbarrel, I'm going to be using the M1941 hand stop for recoil control, and the hip fire, actually nobody really cares much about that. And then for the mag, the same as the mp40, the 7.62 Gorenko 50 round mag for that good recoil control, movement speed, and downside speed, and fire rate, so that can kind of make up for your mobility loss. But the damage and bullet penetration doesn't matter too much with the extra fire speed and recoil control. So yeah, I would definitely recommend putting on the Gorenko. Then for the ammunition, putting on the lengthened for that bullet velocity. This is going to be kind of a long range gun, so you're definitely going to want to put that on. For my rear grip, I'm putting on hatch grip for more recoil control, and I also get flinch resistant, which is nice. And then for my perks, I'm putting on acrobatic, just because, I mean, none of these I don't like too much, so I just like acrobatic. Then for perk 2, fully loaded, so you start off with max ammo, which is really good. So yeah, that is going to be the STG in the MP40 class.
Get to the safe zone. Liv and your KIA teammates will redeploy. Any point-worthy action will return them to combat quicker. Cash stock inbound. Intercept and seize the cargo. Hostile dropping into the area. Hunt the enemies before they hunt you.
It's shooting at me. Enemy down.
Enemy active.
One down.
I'm fading.
Enemy soldier nearby. Enemy precision airstrike. Enemy soldier nearby. Gas is moving.
Did you think I'd forget?
Squad mate avenged. Well done. One of your allies is back in the game. Loadout drop headed your way.
It's shooting at me.
Two on second floor, bro. Two on second floor.
Fucking hit.
You're losing ground. Move it.
Are you blind?
Troops in contact. Got contact.
Whoa!
Those bastards are shooting at me.
Fucking hit. No saving on the job. Mission accomplished.
Nah, shit, bro. Nah,
GG.
shit.
He's too strong, bro. Oh, what the fuck? My Fall Guys is crippled.